Hey, what is up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. And in this video, we're going to go ahead and cover a few tips and tricks as far as fighting against Wasp. So I've got a few things here that might be able to help you out in your next fight against her. So there's a couple of pros actually in fighting against her. She has pretty low health points. She's got really low armor and really low block proficiency. So she won't take a lot of hits to take down. Now the cons there is she has really good attack, she has high crit rating, and huge critical damage there. So if you take any hits from her, you're probably not going to last very long as well. Now, as far as her champ specific abilities go, she has a base 8% chance to evade and shock using her counterattack mechanic. It's going to be a 25% chance instead when she's awakened. If she uses that mechanic, she'll remove any debuffs except for bleed, and then using that, it's going to disable it for 8 seconds minus a percentage based on her awakened ability. Now if she uses a heavy or a special, that'll also disable the mechanic for that period of time as well. If she uses the mechanic where she actually shrinks down and evades, her next 2 hits are going to be critical, and her attack rating is going to increase based on any debuffs that have been removed. Now, as far as her specials go, her special one is a physical attack only, with a 40% chance to stun if she lands it. She'll also add concussion to you, which will reduce your ability accuracy by 1% for each hit on her combo meter, with an 8-second duration. Now, it's got a 7 out of 10 ease of evading. Because it launches pretty quickly, if you're not prepared for it, you could get clipped by it fairly well. But it's not really that bad as long as you keep an eye out for it. Even though it activates pretty quickly, you should be able to create enough space to get away from it, keep out of her reach. Her special 2 begins with a physical attack and finishes with a projectile. If she lands it, it'll sting you, and if you activate a special attack during that sting timing, then you're going to take about 80% of her base attack as energy damage. It's very similar to Yellow Jacket's Power Sting. Now, the difference between the two is that if the sting lasts for its full duration, it'll turn into a Petrify for 12 seconds, which will reduce your power and healing by 1.75% for each hit on the combo meter. It's pretty difficult to evade the whole thing. I give it a 2 out of 10 on ease of evading. The first part of it, the physical, and then the downward facing projectiles, fairly easy to get out of the way of. It's the last horizontal part that's really difficult to evade the whole thing, so you might have to eat some block damage if she launches it, and otherwise practice, try to see if you can find a way to get out of its way, but it's pretty difficult to do. Her special 3, if she throws that, it's going to increase the attack for each hit on her combo meter. So obviously we try to avoid special 3s at all costs anyways, but if for any reason she lands it, just make sure she doesn't have any other combos or any other hits already on the combo meter. Now, some of the best champs to use to counter Wasp is going to be Killmonger, Crossbones, Gwenpool when awakened, Karnak, preferably with Black Bolt and Medusa on the Synergy team, Domino, Iron Man Infinity War, Awakened Archangel, Awakened Black Widow with a high sig, Corvus Glaive, Quake, or if there's any other champs that can easily get True Strike. Other options to include are going to be Magneto, because Wasp is a metal champ, Korg, Aegon, but only if he's got a high sig and a high combo, and usually in questing. You don't get the abilities you need to really remove her abilities, so there's going to be 100% tenacity to remove a debuff on a crit, and there will be an ability accuracy reduction mechanic at 100 and 150 hits respectively, so it's only good in limited capacity. If there are any other champs that reduce ability accuracy, or champs that cause a lot of damage over time debuffs, like OG Black Panther, or have high attack or high crit rating, or champs that can stun for long periods of time, those are going to be other options if you don't have the above champs. Iceman is not a great counter to her because she can remove any debuff except for bleed when she shrinks down. She's going to go ahead and get rid of that cold snap, so you can't shut down her evade that way. Now, the strategy for fighting against her is using parries, using stuns, and attacking only while stunned. Now, you do want to try to bait her heavy and special attacks so that you can attack into her while her counterattack is disabled. It's going to be your best option. Now if you do have True Strike on a champion that's active, just play pretty aggressively, or as you normally would, because she can't evade, but be patient while she has her counterattack active, right? Because you don't want to trigger that evading shock. Now always check her abilities before going into a fight, so you have a good idea about how much time she's going to reduce her disabled counterattack for. Again, it normally lasts for 8 seconds, but that awakened ability is going to reduce that timing. And if you're playing in the arena or an alliance war, just be mindful of the limber mastery or any limber nodes that she may be on, as that's going to reduce the time that she's stunned. You may only be able to get 1 or 2 hits off if those things are present. And I fought a lot against Panda Man Pete's Wasp, and it seems like he's got 5 out of 5 in his limber, because I rarely got any hits off while she was stunned, usually only 1 or 2. If possible, avoid bringing in a Mystic Champ, because her abilities that are based off the combo meter are going to be thrown out the window, basically going to 100% when she has the class advantage. So just keep that in mind. Well, I hope that these tips and tricks have helped you, and I hope that you feel a little bit better prepared in fighting against Wasp. So good luck in the next time that you see her in arena or in a quest. You won't feel quite so when facing her. Right. If you have any more questions, any other concerns, or if there's anything that I missed you want to see covered with her, go ahead and leave a comment below, or hit me up on the Line app, and maybe we can see what we can do to get through that there. But again, good luck in your fights against Wasp in the future. Good luck in your MCOC grind. Thanks for checking the video out. I'll see you guys in the next one.